Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/achieve today.
George Clooney and Brad Pitt's new movie, Wolves, is on Apple TV Plus September 27th.
That's where I want you to be now.
So if you want to see George Clooney and Brad Pitt, go to Apple TV Plus.
You got to start the story there.
Or if you want to see Brad Pitt and George Clooney, go to Apple TV Plus.
I am enjoying the show.
And if you want to see their new movie, Wolves,
You can't do it, I'm going to help you out. I can do it, so do it.
definitely go to Apple TV Plus.
Admit it, it's cool. Okay, fine, it was very cool.
Wolves, streaming September 27th on Apple TV Plus. Rated R.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
Good afternoon, dear listener. From a really nice Hythe Town FC. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. Who could be happier? Well, someone who is happier is Chris, as he's finally finished his punnet of chips.
Oh, they were quite nice chips as well. Bit of curry sauce, you know. Happy days.
So what's the score? Because we've got a chip scoring system this season.
I'd say probably between a 7 and 8.
Oh, that's generous.
It's not bad, is
I
it?
wouldn't say that's an 8 out of 10 chip. I'd say that's a good solid 6.5, 7.
10 out of 10.
Well, we'll see how
We
we
have
are
a young
next week.
fan who thinks they're rather good chips in.
Hythe, if you're listening, the young man who gave you 10 out of 10 has left half of them. Anyway, first time we've ever been down here, and a few of us have been down here. I like it down here, Chris. Right by the seaside. Did you bring your bucket and spade?
No, but, you know, I know someone who's got a caravan near here that, you know, maybe we should have a few beers and stay over.
Absolutely. Dear listener, for those who know what Chris is and what he looks like, imagine him in Borat's mankini. That is what he's wearing today.
I'll be skinny dipping
Skippy dipping shortly.
in Dymchurch.
Yeah. Chunky dunking, not skinny dipping. If there's any other offensive ways to describe naked men jumping in the sea, dear listener, as always, email info@erithtown.com. Yes, but we were saying on the car on the way down, good start from Erith Town this season, comfortably in those playoff places. Early doors, we know, very, very early doors. But the midweek win in the cup against Sittingbourne also fills us with confidence. And, you know, Hythe at 6 points from 6, look, they're around the mid-table point.
Yeah, I mean, we said before the season starts, we don't know what's going to happen. We're on the crest of last season. It would be nice to get off to a good start. It would be nice to be at the top end. It's going to be a hard season. We know that. Let's not get carried away. But we are in the top 6. We've made a good start to the season. We've surprised some teams. And today's a bit of a free hit. You're away from home. We've made our Stanmore Stadium a fortress. We're beating everyone there at the moment. We need to continue that. Anything we can pick on the road, this is one that we'll look at, and I think we'll be trying to get something out of today. And if we can, it will continue us, you know, the good form and where we are in the league. So yeah, it's all positive, isn't it? That's the feel. There's a good feel about Erith and everything. You know, we've got a few new signings in, and they're bedded well, and it's just all going well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the smartest man in Thamesmead has just waved at the podcast and walked in the other direction. That's outrageous. Let's go and chase him. Let's get him. Dave. How are we?
Good, thanks, mate. Right.
That's the most running I'm going to do. Yeah. Sam, what do you think of the ground? It's a nice place, Dean.
Lovely grounds. I played here 20 years ago.
So what was you, about 18 at the time?
Yeah, played here 20 years ago. Looks exactly the same, but pitch is nice.
Nice ground. I like it.
Lovely ground.
Yeah.
We used to have big crowds here. I think we played here about 1,000 before. But
yeah. Well, they knew you were coming. Clearly, and the fashion sense.
Just give me a lot of stick behind the goal.
Well, so I'm going to ask you, because we do it from an off-the-field point of view. I don't think you could be too disappointed with how we've started so far this season.
No, I think we had a great start. We've had a good. I wouldn't say in the teams we've played, we've been fairly fortunate. We haven't played none of the real top sides, apart from Sheppey. But yeah, I think we've had a good start. We've won the games we needed to win. Yeah. We're 4th, 5th on the table. We can't ask for more than that.
And ultimately, like I said to Chris, like in the last game and Rob, if you like, let's not get a sense of grandeur because we're still really early. But ultimately, like the target for Erith Town is to stay in the division and consolidate the season. But all the time you're up there's no real pressure on you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
No, our target's 40 points. We've got 10 already, so we've got 25% of that 40 already in the first few games. So that's our target. That'll be the target at the end of the season.
And as we know from the way the points have been and the way the league standing's been over the last few years, 40 points is very generous. It will keep you quite comfortably up.
Yeah, I think so. You've got some. Yeah, I think. Yeah, like I said, 40 points will definitely keep us up. I think, and that's what we're aiming at the moment. Still,
absolutely. With the expansion to 4 teams, you could potentially go down. Makes it a bit more interesting, but that's what we're in football for.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's it. Yeah.
Quick, up the Dockers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Up the Dockers.
Don't stop, keep it moving, put your drinks up. I thought J-Lo was here a minute, but it's a really good tannoy system.
It certainly is, yeah. It's all round the ground, as we said. For a dear listener, if you can imagine this ground, this is definitely one of the better non-league grounds I've been to at this level. It's got 4 stands, it's got covering on 3 of the stands and one behind which looks like, I'm not sure it's a stand actually, it might just be trees. But, it's a nice ground and they've got a nice bar upstairs. I know we talk a lot about the grounds around non-league, but this is definitely up there as one of the better ones, I would say, that I give a very good mark to. How about you, Mike?
I like it a lot, and it's near a caravan site where I will be staying if we stay in the Isthmian League with Hythe next season. But no, like you say, it's got a little club shop over there. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people dotted around. There don't seem to be that many people here, but again, it's one of those, we are right in the stand, so you don't know who's above us watching in the bar.
No, exactly, and if I'm honest, because you've got 3 stands and people are using all 3 stands, it is hard to tell, when you have non-league attendances somewhere anywhere from 200 to 1,000 maybe. It can be a bit deceiving sometimes when you've got 3 stands open like this and people dotted around, but it looks an all right number, but, probably on par with what we get at home, I would say, which, we've got some Erith here today. There's people who have come down the A2, M2, so we will make ourselves heard for sure.
I haven't seen the diets yet. Where are they? Look for a bucket hat.
I haven't seen a bucket hat. No. Let's just bought one from here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe he's got his bucket and spade and he's on the beach.
That's where we are. He's using his hat as a castle building appliance.
Maybe, yes.
If you will.
But we are about to kick off, and Erith have the kick off.
Yep. From Erith Town from right to left.
The team is very much, I think, as they've kind of finished the last few games. Aaron Jeffries in midfield. With Leo Mazzoni in midfield. Hayden Bullis out there. He's been very impressive, I think, the last few weeks. As well as sort of Ollie and Harry up top. Again, they've got a really good partnership at the moment. Ollie's got the pace running off of. One thing about this stadium, I have a bar in my way, I've just noticed.
Absolutely, we might need to move shortly, but they look like an offside there. The keeper, Nathan Edwards, goes out to claim, goes out for a goal kick. But yeah, Erith Town playing from right to left in their yellow and black, as the home team are wearing red and white. Up the Dockers. I tell you what, I'm like a Nostradamus there, and as soon as I say 1-0, it's a goal. What a finish. It drops onto his left foot and buried into the bottom corner.
Nice finish from a defender, a volley on his left foot straight into the bottom corner. Can't read about that.
He's clearly watching me at training this morning. Great finish. Erith Town take the lead. Up the Dockers. Dyer now with the ball on the left-hand side, manages to keep it in well, beats his defender, gets across in towards the far post with Harry Taylor, but it's just too long. And my enthusiastic commentary there made it probably better than it was. Erith Town continued to dominate these opening exchanges. Granted, we're only 11-12 minutes in, but it's been a very, very good start by the away side so far. Good early goal, sets the precedence, as they say. There was a slight mistake in the midfield a moment ago, which Nathan Evans recovered from well. It's been a good stuff so far. There's an air of confidence about this Erith Town team, and rightly there should be. As we were just saying earlier on with the smartest dressed man in Hythe, the director of football, Dean Lee. It's we're very happy about it all starting. Ball nearly hit the cameraman. I'll tell you what, it's that joke, innit? the ball was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it hit me. Anyway, I love my own jokes. Hythe now with the ball on the right-hand side, plays it back to the full-back, who's now playing it back along the back line. And Erith Town doing well to contain it so far. In truth, apart from the goal, not a greatest deal of match action so far, but 1-0, we'll take it. Up the Dockers. Tell you what, lads, I'm coming up here. There's not enough chatting over there. Harriet Eagle, 9-2, all day long. I'd back that. Yeah. I'm here with Dean and George, an anonymous source. We might know his voice. George, what are we thinking?
What about the game?
No, about your horses.
My horses.
No, don't worry about them. Gambling's a sucker's game, dear listener. But Anthony Joshua's 10-3 on to win tonight. I've already checked the bookies. What do you think of the game so far, George?
Hythe ain't very good.
You need to be more diplomatic. We're a family show, mate. There might be Hythe fans listening to this. Oh, that's a thing, man. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't think defensively we've been troubled too much, to say the least. Dean, are we happy so far?
Yeah, solid start. Solid start. Good goal. Just got to keep pressure on them now. Can't sit back. We started to sit back last sort of 3 or 4 minutes, so just need to get pushing forward again.
Absolutely. Just keep it going. Nicely contained. I recognise you.
Do you?
Yeah, how are we, mate?
Not bad, yourself?
Great Crocs.
They're not Crocs, mate.
Mocks.
Something like that.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Cheers, mate.
I saw you the other day as well.
Yeah.
Twice in a week, you lucky pup.
Yeah, you're the lucky one.
Oh, mate. Yeah, but it's a nice little ground, isn't it?
Not too bad. Grass is a bit long.
Really? Well, I suppose, it's the 1%, isn't it? And all that kind of stuff. But nice to see you again. Nice to see you again.
Good to be back.
It shows how much has happened on the pitch. We hadn't even spoke about the game for 3 minutes. Up the Dockers. Free kick awarded to Erith Town, played by Dyer. I think he really should have shot there. Slight bit of confusion. He was only about sort of like 18, 20 yards out. I would have shot personally. I'm not talking to myself. I would have shot there, but he's had an idea. The problem is we're not all on Dyer's wavelength. That's what it is. Well, I'm trying to salvage this recording because nothing happened. Hayden Bullis there plays the ball. It now drops to Taz in the middle. Plays it out wide. Dyer pointing at his shoes for some reason. He either wanted the ball or admiring the new polish on those white boots. It remains 1-0. Blatant penalty there for Erith Town, and the referee rightly points to the spot. Harry, where's the ball gone? Oh, the ball's gone. You've got the club captain trying to climb on the roof. He's that excited about the penalty. Pete Cam is ready. Paul, who decided to leave at the end of the season, has got his phone out as well. We're all ready for this one. Club podcast, that's what we're here for.
I'm not.
I need a media pass. Next time we'll do it. Harry Taylor's decided to square up with Lurch, the goalkeeper, who's trying to psych him out there. Harry Taylor's being psyched out by the keeper there. Don't think that's worked, really. We're behind the goal. James Dyer puts the ball down. Looks at the ball, waits for the whistle. The whistle is blown. James Dyer buries it in the back of the net. The mind games by the goalkeeper did not work. 2-0 Erith Town. I'll tell you what, Chris, 39 minutes in. Not a bad start at all from Erith Town.
Yeah, no. We was hopeful before the game. We said if we get anything out of this, it'd be nice. I think, we've done really well, and we could have gone 3-0 up a second ago as Harry Taylor picks the ball up, nicks it off round the keeper, and unfortunately he couldn't turn his body enough to knock the ball in and put it inside netting. But a very good 2-0, and it continues the good form that Erith are in, and a good feel-good factor at the moment. And inside me, I was a little bit I think we could get a good positive result down here today, and I think we've done really well, and they look good. Well,
we said on the way down, didn't we, that, you win your home games, draw your away. So again, I'm not taking anything away at the moment, and in truth, we don't know that much about Hythe. I would, and I'm not saying it in a bad way about Erith, but I would quite easily have took a draw. There's a lot of time still to go. There's still another half. But if you're Adam Woodward, you're delighted.
Yeah, you want them to sort of...
Hythe have done nothing.
No, exactly. They haven't really done nothing. They haven't really caused us no problems. If you're Adam Woodward, you're kind of saying, go kill this game off, boys. Let's not defend this second half. Let's not, deal with the first 20 minutes. They might come after you, but let's try and get this third goal. Let's try and get the fourth goal. Let's kill them off.
Yeah, we always say that magic word, Corinthian.
Oh, exactly.
That's why you can never ever take your foot off the gas.
No, they need to play for 90 minutes. They need to get the job done. Whatever that scoreline is, it is what it is. But they need to put in a shift for 90 minutes and not take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, absolutely. 2-0 Erith Town. In truth, should be free, but to have a pop at Harry Taylor there is a bit harsh. It remains 2-0. Jack Holland there with a block, and you know what he reminded me of there? He was like a Spartan warrior.
A Spartan warrior? I'll tell you one thing, that was probably Hythe's best moment of the game.
Nothing says an ancestral and ancient Greece more than Erith.
Really? Yeah, I mean, that was Hythe's best chance, as we said, and well done, Jack Holland, for putting the block in. As they cut down, they beat our full-back, or Taz, I think it was.
Callum McGim.
Callum McGim, yeah.
I said you've got him, Callum, and then you lost him.
Yeah, and got the crossover, and it was a good block. A good block from a good strike, and that was dangerous.
Absolutely. Got to be a good player to wear pink boots. That was good clearance from Jack Holland.
Yeah, I'm still I'm not a fan of the pink boots or any coloured boots, to be honest with you, but,
You're
black
old.
and white, I'm old school and old, yeah.
Absolutely. It remains 2-0 to Erith Town. We'll stay with this, actually, because there's a corner coming on the right side from Hythe after that Spartan block. The ball goes up to the far post, and the ref gives a foul there. Superb. Good stuff, Erith Town. 3-0! Get in! Their keeper is irate. It's probably because somehow it went over him. 3-0. Wow, I'll tell you what. He's nervous, the goalie. He's nervous.
How do you, when you're 7 foot tall, get beat by a ball that's kicked down and gone no higher than probably you or me at about 5 foot?
Exactly. Well, I'm not 5 foot, Dennis, and I'm a bit taller than that. But I get the point. The ball is played in, and James Dye hits into the grounds. The 8'7" goalkeeper
dropped on his knees, and the ball went over him.
Goliath was beaten by our David, if you will.
And I do think their keeper is nervous.
He is nervous. James Dyer makes it 3-0. We was just saying how delighted you would be if you was Erith Town. And you know what? This is a real good team display. You've got Jack Holland on one end, who reminds me a bit of Spartacus.
Spartacus, back to the Romans again.
Absolutely.
Who's Maximus then?
Well, do you know what? I'm going to go and have a chat with the director of football. 1 second. 1 second. Let's see if we get them on. 1 second. I'm here again with the director of football. What?
I missed that goal. I wasn't even there.
Listen, don't worry about. I wasn't going to talk about the goal. Do you know who? You know, there's a new Gladiator sequel that's come out.
No idea.
There is.
Right.
Just humour me. I think Jack Holland's defending there could have been Russell Crowe-esque. He was like Maximus.
I didn't see it. I was in the change room.
What was you doing there?
I was tidying up.
Well, he just done a block there, and he done like this big, like, you shall not pass type thing. Gandalf meets Russell Crowe, if you will. From now on, that's what I'm going to think. Every time I see Jack Holland in those pink boots, I'm going to think of Maximus.
Fair enough.
3-0.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
This episode is brought to you by Buffalo Trace Distillery. Powerful yet smooth. Contained but never tame. Proudly going their own way, but never going alone. This is the spirit inside Buffalo Trace Bourbon. Made at Buffalo Trace Distillery, the world's most award-winning distillery. Buffalo Trace is always perfectly untamed. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Buffalo Trace Distillery, Franklin County, Kentucky. 90 proof, 45% alcohol by volume. Learn more at buffalotracedistillery.com. Please drink responsibly.
This episode is brought to you by La Quinta by Wyndham. Your work can take you all over the place, like Texas. You've never been, but it's going to be great because you're staying at La Quinta by Wyndham. Their free Bright Side breakfast will give you energy for the day ahead. And after, you can unwind using their free high-speed Wi-Fi. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book your stay today at lq.com.
What a start.
Woody's giving it a finger.
We are literally only seconds into the game. And it's, what's the score?
What's the score, Paul?
4-0.
So the winner...
This is Paul Carter.
The winner of the Where's Paul competition is Paul, because we found him. Well done, Paul. This is the pan shop version of Where's Wally. 4-0. What a start. And I'll tell you what,
James Dyer.
they were barely closing the gate to the tunnel over there when that ball went in.
Is that James's hat-trick?
James Dyer's hat-trick. Remember we said about James Dyer, all he needs is one goal and he'll start scoring?
This happened.
He scored 4 in 2 games.
Here he is. Welcome to the Isthmian League. Look out, everyone.
Yeah.
James has arrived.
The quiff has returned.
It's a new haircut, that's what it is.
And if you, dear listener, would like, in glory of his hat-trick, if you would like 20% off all floral arrangements for funerals, type in Dyer hat-trick, ? You got it at checkout. 4-0 Erith Town. I'm not sure whether it's because we're 4-0 up, and we are not people who bash referees on this show at all, especially when Rob's not here. But what I'm saying is that I thought the ref in the first half, he had a really good first half, but he's picking up a lot of niggly stuff now.
Yeah, I think you'll probably find that Hythe are getting a bit frustrated because they're 4-0 down at home.
Yeah.
So
in front of 252 people, apparently.
Exactly, yeah, there we go. So ultimately, Erith are 4-0 up. They don't need to get involved. They don't need to, get too involved with the ref or the other players. If they want to kick them, then take the foul. Thanks very much. There is no point getting yourself in the book or in an argument when you're 4-0 up.
Yeah, exactly. And are you cold, Chris?
No, why?
Do you think anyone here is cold?
I don't know, I wouldn't thought so. We're in the sun.
Why is Nathan Edwards wearing base layers in 30-degree heat?
He always wears base layers since he's been playing with us. Haven't you noticed that? I don't know whether it's a comfort thing or what being in goal, whether it's padding.
Or as the Steve Wonder song says, it might be superstition.
Maybe, superstition, who knows? It seems to be a reason. What's he going to wear in winter?
He might be boiling hot and about to pass out, but at least he's lucky. Great ball there through to Jack Holland. Crosses it in. And it kills a parrot in the tree.
So yeah, that cross was really close. It's a good cross, It's gone out for a throw.
Do you know what? There were some morons in the first half who was comparing him to Spartacus.
As I said, who's Maximus? And I think you went running to the director of football.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do we say? Got to be a good player to have pink boots on? Well, that wasn't very good, pink boots.
Yeah, that's the moment where you wish they were black.
Yeah, absolutely. 4-0 Erith Town. 4-0. Remember Corinthian. Don't take anything for granted.
We was only 3-0 up then, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Only at Erith Town can 4 goals you just about start feeling comfortable. We've got some news as well, which we can't go into too much information about at the moment because we've been sworn to secrecy. But you'll see in the next few days, listeners, or if this comes out after a certain announcement, you'll know what we're talking about. But quite chuffed, aren't you?
Oh, 100%. It's all the work we put in off the sidelines and all the work we've done with the pod.
Yeah, absolutely. So, dear listener,
what news are we talking about, Mike?
No, we can't say it.
But this will be announced after.
No, it won't be. So just in case. We don't want to get in trouble. But just basically a big, humongous thank you to everyone who downloads the show, listens to the show, gives us feedback on the show, asks me to shut up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's gonna be nice when we announce it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Substitution for Hythe.
Not just from the point of view of the downloads and our egos, but another note. We donated another £30 to Bexley Food Bank, and we're getting closer to that £500 target. When we started this podcast, it was always going to be in the nicest way, depending on how many downloads we get. We'll chuckle a couple of quid here and there. And when I say chuckle a couple of quid, I don't mean in a sarcastic way. It's because I thought we'd only get a couple of quid. The only a couple of quid we ever make, we'll give to the food bank. But the fact that we're well in the hundreds and, let's not beat around the bush.
Over 22,000
downloads, yeah, exactly. And let's not beat around the bush, dear listener. Your downloads does help feed people who are struggling at the moment. These are tough times we live in. And, I'm going to sound like Bob Geldof here. But, people need help, people need support. And just think, to you, it's just downloading a podcast while you're going to walk the dog. But for someone, this helps them out. So a huge thank you very much. And we will resume with the game shortly. Great chance there from Erith Town where the ball's played up to Harry Taylor, headed back towards Hayden Bullis, who smashes it, and he's just agonisingly goes over the nervous goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was you know, when you look at training and you think they've worked on some things, you know, transitions, little touches here and there. That was one of those sort of training ground moves for me with their little flicks, and it all looked good. And if that had gone in the top corner, it was one of those you'd just go, yeah, that worked really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't, so,
and he did. And I'll tell you what, he's been outstanding today. He's going to get the plaudits, James Dyer, but Thomas has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, 100%. I think I think the back line haven't been troubled. The midfield have been totally on top with Leo and Taz mopping up everything. But I think also the Hayden, Ollie, James, all the work rate up front have put them under pressure. They've never given them a moment today.
One thing I will say is, you know, start the season they're playing with a back five. Now we're playing with a back four.
Oh, well, we did say we weren't sure about the shape. We were working, I think in pre-season, we were working on back five and wing backs a lot of the time.
Which, to be fair, did seem to work.
It looked good in pre-season,
this seems solid.
Yeah. We seem to have found a way of playing at the moment with a couple of holding midfielders, allowing sort of, you know, James more up the pitch to make sort of, at times almost for me, like a 3-2-5,
well,
you know,
I've
4-2-4.
I've heard that Adam Woodward is planning on re-releasing slightly edited U2 song. I've still now found what I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, there you go. Oh, this could be number 5.
Oh, good save.
Yeah, there we go.
Harry Taylor! 5-0. Yes. Ball comes down. Ollie Milton has a shot. It's saved well by the nervous goalkeeper. But Harry Taylor taps it in from 4 yards out. Do you know what? We're with the Taylor fan club here. Smiling and waving your arms on an audio-only channel doesn't really work. But, you know, 5-0. Lot of laughs here. Up the Dockers. I was disallowed. No, I wasn't really. I'm only joking.
From Harry Taylor.
5-0. Yay! Let me quit again. Harry Jr. Dad scored. Are we happy or are we more interested in playing Snap? Snap. Are we happy? Up the Dockers. Corner about to come in from the left-hand side from Erith Town. Milo, who's replaced Hayden Bullis on the pitch, now stands over the ball. The arm goes up, the international symbol for who's going to get their head on it. The really tall goalkeeper is standing there trying to make his presence known. He's looked towards him. Oh, volleyed by Harry Taylor.
Just over the bar.
Yeah. And more wildlife has been killed by loose footballs. The south of England's finest parakeets are no more. 5-0. We talk about the strength of depth for some teams, Chris. In all seriousness, we're talking about some teams on the way down without going into detail. We've got the possibility of spending some money if things don't go the way they want it to. But if you look with Erith Town at the moment, you know, James Miles has come on as a sub. Harrison Carnegie's coming on as a sub. Louis Clark has come on as a sub. These Rahman's coming as a sub. These are players who not many will know outside of Erith Town, but who we know are top players.
Good players, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The squad that we've built here, you can't really moan. You know, you've got depth. Louis Clark was a marquee signing 18 months ago, had that unfortunate injury. He's back now. Okay, he ain't getting a start in at the moment as he's working back his minutes.
But that's only because Harry Taylor's playing so well.
But Harry Taylor's playing well. Ollie's found a new role as at number 10, linking up, playing brilliantly. You've got James in behind. You know, you've got players in form. But they have got strength in depth, which they will need as the season goes on. There might be another new signing or two announced soon, you know, but there's been, you know, players that played in the week at Sittingbourne as well that aren't in the starting today, and it shows what they can do there.
Yeah.
They're not even on the bench, some of them today.
Yeah. And you know, the things for me as well, though, Chris, is that, you know, I was talking to some people off of recording. And we were saying as well is that, and this always sounds cliche, but, you know, this is our, I mean, we've been watching here for a couple of years and all that, but this is our second year really party. You can't describe the internal feel of Erith Town unless you're in it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure a lot of clubs are like that as well, you know, but there's a real good feel factor, and
there's a togetherness from top to bottom.
Yeah, totally. And I think for us as fans, pod, etc., we're trying to be independent, but you know, what can we achieve this season? It was never going to be like last season when we won 3 trophies.
Oh, it's a mistake at the back, and now Hythe through. Shot, great save by Nathan Edwards.
Nathan, you know, that clean sheet is what Woody will want now, isn't he? You know, 5-0. But yeah, there's a togetherness, like we were saying, and you know, you're not going to replicate probably what you did last year, but who knows? Who knows? You know, because we're holding our own in this division at the moment. We're surprising people. We're trying to find our feet and see what we can do. And who knows where that will go. We weren't going to win triple again, but, you know, we're going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said. As I say, the togetherness from chair, owner, all the way down to the soccer school. Everyone feels it. The youth teams feel it. Everyone wants to be a part of it. It's a great club to be out on the way up. I'll say it again, 5-0 Erith Town. Do you know what? It's a really odd one because Erith Town have dominated today, and I think they've been absolutely superb. But Hythe just haven't offered anything really, apart from like a couple of spells here and there.
Yeah, but it's easy to let a game get away, isn't it? When you're 3-0 down in the blink of an eye.
As we say that now, through ball's been played to Hythe. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, and he's kicked out again. It's another top save there by Nathan Edwards.
Dancing for over, isn't it?
Yeah. It's another top save there by Nathan Edwards.
Yes, no, he's done really well. And he hasn't been called into action too much, but he's made 2, maybe 3 good saves when he has. I mean, for me, this game has got away from Hythe. They weren't at it first half. We were superb first half. Then you go and concede a goal in next 20 seconds at the start of the second half. Just killed them. Yeah. So it's easy to make snap judgments that, they're no good, we've been so much better. But goals have just gone in at the wrong time for them, and they haven't, you know, the game was gone.
Yeah, absolutely. 5-0 to Erith Town. As we said, never really in trouble. And let's be honest with you, 1 minute added, I think that's about fair, because I think Hythe want this over as much as
I think everyone wants to go home.
Yeah, quite frankly.
Us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Minutes ago now in this game. And the 3 points coming back to SC28 up the Dockers. Full time, and a really, really good, convincing 5-0 away win by Erith Town. I mean, we only just said about 40 seconds ago, so there was only a minute left to go. But that is a real statement performance.
Yeah, from the first minute, really, wasn't it? We were on it. Went 1-2 up really quickly, and that's probably in my last year or two of watching Erith, the most comfortable, easy watching game I've ever watched playing watching Erith. They were never in trouble. It was only one result at the end of the day, and we've won 5-0. Thanks very much. Go home, take 3 points.
Yeah, they just mentioned it there. And I remember Woody said, I can't believe if it was the AFC Croydon game or the Phoenix Sports game that was the most complete performance they'd had. That for me is an even more complete performance.
Yeah, I mean, goals came at the right time. Was it down to us being absolutely superb? Yes, we were on it. Was it Hythe being poor? I think it was a little bit of everything probably. But, you know, that was an easy watch today.
Yeah, absolutely. 5-0 away win. More of those points that Dean was talking about at the start of the game, going towards those survival points. Fantastic. Long may it continue. Well played, Erith Town.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.